Yo, Salaam nerds. This your boy Neebs, aka Watch with Neebs, and I'm here with my co-host Jeff, aka DJ Sweet and Sour Sauce.
DJ Sweet and Sour Sauce. Why?
So, Jazz, do you know that Loki is coming back with a season 2, and it is starting in October?
Yes, I knew that.
And they're doing promotions because apparently after Sylvie destroys the multiverse and disassembles the entire TVA, she decides to go to a McDonald's. And she ends up working at a McDonald's.
Okay.
So
I'm in.
so McDonald's is doing a special promotion with the show Loki, where they're giving out special Loki sweet and sour sauce.
Are we allowed to talk about this with the strike going on?
I mean, it's a McDonald's promotion, right? McDonald's is a restaurant.
I guess, yeah,
I
but
don't know.
it still feels weird to me.
It's news though. It's news. We're
Support
talking.
SAG, support WAG.
That's right. That's right. But we're talking about it in a news perspective. So
Okay.
so basically, yeah, that's what McDonald's is doing. So McDonald's is people are running to McDonald's just to ask for sweet and sour sauce. Like they're just like, yeah, me get sweet
Oh
and sour
God.
sauce. Yeah, so they're like collectible sweet and sours. People are like collecting these sweet and sour sauces. They're not going to eat them. They're just going to keep them.
Is this like the Szechuan sauce thing with Rick and Morty?
Yes,
Oh no.
yes, this is exactly
Not
what
this
this is.
again.
Yes, this is exactly what that is.
Oh, please no.
I know. It's funny. It's super funny. But yes, that's why you are DJ Sweet and Sour Sauce.
I actually was one of the people when Rick and Morty did that promotion. I actually went out and tried to find it. Yeah, no.
No, you couldn't find it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, interesting.
So
Did,
one, I'm embarrassed that I did that as a
yeah,
Rick
that
and
is
Morty fan.
embarrassing. You should
Right,
be
but
embarrassed.
two, also seeing this come again, it's giving me PTSD.
You should
So
be ashamed.
I should be ashamed. Yes.
Speaking of Rick and Morty, did you see what happened with Rick and Morty?
No, I haven't kept up after the whole allegations against the creator, and I was like, yeah,
So,
I'm out.
right. So apparently, those of you that don't know, there was allegations that, the guy who did the voice for Rick and Morty and one of the co-creators of the show did a lot of horrible stuff on the show and off the show, so they fired him. So what they did was Rick and Morty are going to be replacing the characters' voices with new people with sound alikes, basically.
Yeah, that was Royland was his name. Yeah,
Yeah,
purple guy.
just yeah. So they're replacing him with sound alikes, and they put up a promo with the new voices, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, the new voices suck. The new voices are horrible. We can't stand the new voices." Um, but guess what happened, Jazz?
What?
That promo didn't have the new voices. It was the same voice. they trolled. They trolled the audience because they were like they're gonna hate on it no matter what. So they posted a promo with like voice using the voice from like season 3 on from a random episode, and people were complaining that the voice wasn't good and it didn't sound enough like them, and it was the actual voice. So they were actually hating on the original voice without knowing it.
This is why I hate Rick and Morty fans and why I refuse to be associated with them anymore. They're all stupid.
I know, but I love Rick and Morty. But yes, the fans are awful.
Yeah.
They're
Mm,
awful. Oh my god.
gross.
Oh man. So yeah, man. Some Rick and Morty news. We got some Loki news. We got some sad news, dude. Why do we have like a lot of sad news, man? Bob Barker died.
Yeah.
He died at the age of 99. And
He almost made it to 100, but didn't go over.
I know that's the running gag that everyone is doing it. And
May he rest
everyone's
in
like,
peace.
if you laughed at that joke, then like, I saw this meme with the picture of the devil. If you laughed at the joke, then come on down.
I'll see you all in hell.
Oh man, that was oh man, we're all going to hell.
Yep.
Oh man, but yeah, Bob Barker died. Dude, homie used to take care of me, man. Every time I was sick from school, he'd be right there giving away a jet ski.
A new car.
I know. Plinko. Remember Plinko?
I remember Plinko. Yeah, you drop that little disc and it would just yeah.
And that wheel, bro. You spin that wheel like.
It was never anything good.
Oh man, it was fun. It give you an idea of like how much things cost. I would love to see an episode of The Price is Right with billionaires like Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. Put them all on Price is Right and have them try to guess how much detergent costs. Like they won't know. They'll never be able to guess it, bro.
What? It's like what, $10? Like,
To be fair, I don't know how much detergent costs either. Man.
okay, detergent's expensive. I'll leave it at that.
All right. But I just think it'd be really fun to see like these millionaires try to be like, I don't know, $1,000. Like they don't know because like they don't get out of bed for anything over like 10 grand, right? So it'd be really funny to see.
How much does this apple cost? I don't know, $5. You're the guy from the goddamn math questions.
I know. I'd rather see them on The Price is Right than in that UFC fight that they're claiming to have.
That's not happening. I don't believe it. I'll see it when or I'll believe it when I see it because it's just no. They're making too many excuses now.
The only reason like you would tune in for a UFC fight is to see two billionaires bash each other's faces in.
Right. I would love to see both Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, get sucker punched and their nose is bleeding.
Yeah. To be fair, you can see it now. People have done AIs and it looks really real of just them fighting. It's
That's funny.
bizarre. Yeah, it is. Other news, the actress who voiced the original Harley Quinn passed away, Arleen Sorkin.
Yes, I saw that this morning.
At 67. That's super sad. And the thing is, like, Harley Quinn was not a character from the Batman comics. She was a character created in the Batman the Animated TV show. So this woman is the archetype for Harley Quinn. Like, she made Harley Quinn. The voice, the attitude, everything, right? So the fact that Harley Quinn is such a huge character now is all due to her. Like,
100%.
Man, it's crazy.
May she rest in peace as well.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Pudding. Oh man, like it was solid, man. I missed that show is so good, but that's really really sad. You know, she did get to do the voice as Harley Quinn in an episode of Arrow.
No, I did not know that, but that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, I think Arrow season 2, they brought the Suicide Squad and they got like a bunch of people together and they were like, who's behind that door? And they're like, don't worry about it. And you just hear her voice call somebody Puddin', and that was it. And it was the original voice actor of Harley Quinn. So like a Suicide Squad reference.
That's cool. Oh.
Yeah.
Aww.
So at least she kind of got to be in live action. I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bunch of nerd stuff. What else happened in nerd culture this week?
I got no news, man. I've been busy.
Yeah, but then there was an interview with the Randall Park. I don't know if you saw that, but he was like, studios are gonna take away the wrong lesson from Barbie, because like Barbie is such a success, and instead of taking away the lesson that you should give directors more creative control and let them do what they want and put more female directors and female artists in like lead the movies and let them like completely take over and do what they want. The lesson they're going to take away is we need to make more movies about toys. Right. So what's going to happen is Mattel is going to drop all of these TV shows and movies about toys, and they're all going to flop because they're all going to try to mimic what Barbie did instead of finding new, fresh directors to have their own take on stuff and be original and give them creative control. They're going to be like, no. This worked well for Barbie. You got to make it like this. And they're just going to make a crappy toy universe instead of like, making movies with leads of color and like get female directors and just let them do what they want to do.
Asian Jim is always right.
Asian Jim is always right. You know, he
For those who
didn't.
don't know, Randall
Yeah,
Park, he was that one guy, like in one episode of The Office, where Jim had the day off, and so to mess with Dwight, they brought in a friend, and Pam like kissed him and all that. It was really funny.
yeah, and they try to gaslight Dwight into thinking Jim was Asian the whole time, and he just never saw color.
It was so good.
It was really really good. That was really. You know, what happened was that was one of like he said he filmed that such a long time ago before it aired, and it was like so short that he just forgot about it, and it didn't become a meme and popular until like years later. And he
Yeah.
would be like, he would just be walking down the street, and people would call him Asian Jim, and for the longest time, he thought he was getting hate crimes.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Fuck you."
I know. And then he didn't realize that the whole Asian Jim thing from The Office like picked up again 7 years later and became a meme. It's so crazy how like things from like years ago become like super popular all of a sudden.
Yeah, like Anna Kendrick forgot she was in Twilight.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Why do I know that?
I don't know. But the other thing I really like about TikTok and stuff, like they'll bring like old songs back into style too, though, because people will do like memes off of like and trends off old songs, and it's really cool. Like right now, I'm into this song. It's like Teenage Dirtbag. Is the one where like you hang out with your friends, and then the song Teenage Dirtbag comes on, and what happens is you show a picture of you as a teenager, and a lot of people are doing that, and that's really really cool.
Who sang Teenage Dirtbag? I completely forgot the
Wheatus,
artist. We just, yeah, okay, that's who it was, yeah.
apparently, like it first came on Dawson's Creek.
Wow, that's a name I haven't heard in years.
I know, it's crazy. Dawson's Creek, James Vanderbeek.
The only time I've ever watched Dawson's Creek was when Family Guy did a parody of it.
I've never watched Dawson Creek, but it was a big show.
Yeah, apparently, like, oh my god, it's from 1998.
Damn, I've never watched Dawson's Creek, man. I feel like I missed out. I really liked Katie Holmes. I was a big fan.
Okay.
Uh,
It just feels weird seeing those dates 'cause I was 7 years old, maybe 6 years old when that show came out.
really? Damn.
Yeah.
You're a youngin. All right. Oh, you know
My
what?
age.
Someone else died, and I don't know if you're a big WWF fan or WWE fan. I say it's WWF because I'm still from the Attitude Era, because I watched it back early. But this guy named Bray Wyatt passed away, and he's like a popular WWE wrestler. And like I didn't know anything about him, but since he passed away, I've been watching like videos and videos and videos of him, like a deep dive, and I'm like, oh man, this guy was an amazing wrestler, and he's had really good mic skill, and he was weird, but he was such a nice guy. um that's sad too. It sucks when wrestlers pass away, man, because wrestling is hard, man. It's tough.
Yeah, I'm looking him up right now. I didn't know who this wrestler was because, my era was Stone Cold Steve Austin and
Yeah,
The Rock was still a wrestling back then, and it's Chris Jericho, Triple H, Edge, like that era.
yeah, yeah.
So I have no idea who this guy is, but yes, that is very sad. He died
Yep.
with COVID at the age of 36. That sucks.
Damn, that's so young.
Yeah.
That's insane, dude. I feel like our page turns into like an obituary every week, man. Like
All right. Like, why are we doing this, man? I'm sad.
I don't know. Let's talk about something more fun. Oh, I heard a joke. You want to hear a joke?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Lighten the mood.
So someone told me that Steve Jobs would make a better president than Donald Trump, but we shouldn't compare the two because that's like comparing apples to oranges.
The moment you said we shouldn't compare, I'm like, oh, I know exactly where this is going.
Oh
I'm dead.
man, you like that, right?
That's pretty good. Yeah.
All right. Oh man, but yeah, Trump's mugshot is definitely making the rounds on social media. They're memeing the hell out of that.
This is tragic, people. All right, like we should be sad that a president got arrested, and like it just looks so bad on us. And of course, all we're gonna do is make memes about it because that's just the world we live in, late stage capitalism, and just screw everything.
The
I love.
memification of the world.
Right, yeah, like the world could be literally burning down. Which I mean, look at Hawaii, right? It's literally
Yeah,
burning, and we're just making memes. Like,
is true, man.
what a world.
The memes will never stop. That's
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty easy. Speaking of never stop. Well, actually, let's get to that later. I did want to talk about some reality show news. We did
Oh
nerd
yeah.
culture. We did some stuff. There's some reality show news. Um, the guy who was in Indian matchmaking, Pradhyuman Maloo.
Oh
His
the.
wife
Oh god.
filed that he was domestically abusing her, and like no one is surprised. Everyone disliked this guy. So, for those of you that don't know, he was on season 1 of Indian matchmaking,
He was
and
also on their
he
most recent one. He got married on their most recent one.
the season 2, yes. So in season 1 he was on Indian matchmaking, and he bragged how he has turned down 250 women,
Good for you, bro.
right?
Good for you.
And then like they showed him all these girls, and like he didn't like them, and he was just so arrogant. And he's rich. He's like really rich. His family is probably like in the diamond industry, and he makes jewelry, and he's loaded. A lot of people went in on him on social media saying he's gay and stuff like that, which maybe it's not. We don't know. But a lot of people were making that accusation of him, which they shouldn't have. Like we
Right.
say all the time, like we judge people based on their actions on the show, not in real life. Like we never like to bully people on social media or anything like that. We don't condone any of that stuff, but we do criticize anything they do on the show. Anything they do on the show is fair game. Anything they do outside of the show, like in terms of like what they do, that's their business, right? Like we're not going to assume their sexuality or anything like that. Like we don't care.
Right.
um but
Not that there's
like
anything wrong with it either. Like, let me make that very clear. We love you.
yeah, definitely not. Like that's not the point of this. The point of this is that like he got a lot of shit for that, and somehow he got on season 2 of Indian matchmaking. And a lot of that is because of all the bullying he got, for people saying he's gay and stuff like that. So he had went and found somebody, and not through the Indian matchmaking process, just on his own. And Indian matchmaking threw a wedding for him and filmed his entire wedding.
Yeah.
So bizarre, because it had nothing to do with the show. He didn't find love on Indian matchmaking.
I think this is
So
one of the gripes we have with the show, where like nobody on the show has found somebody that they've stayed with. Like,
right, exactly. Right.
every single person who's gotten married on Indian matchmaking found them independently, or somebody referred them, or whatever else.
Yeah,
But it was
exactly.
not through Sima Auntie.
Exactly. It wasn't through Simonti. So here's the thing. It's I think he got so upset with people making fun of him and people making these accusations about him that he was like, I want my wedding to be on this show, and I'm going to sue you if it's not, because you made me look bad, right? That's my assumption. That's what I think happened. So they did this, and he had a huge wedding, and they spent way more like TV time than they should have on a wedding that didn't have anything to do with Indian matchmaking. Like bizarre, wild. And here's the thing. Oh, Jazz, can you not hear me? Something happened to my mic?
I can hear you, but you sound like muffled and weird now. I don't know what it is.
Hold on. Let me. How about now? I just turned
Okay,
the
wait.
music.
Yep. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, it was the background music. That's fine. All right. So he tried to make this like storybook wedding. Like he found the perfect girl. She was perfect. She was really pretty. She's a model. She's a singer. And he was just like, good. And I'm like, you know what? Good for him. Whatever. It happened, right? He's a spoiled rich kid, but whatever. Anybody finds love, I'm happy for them.
Right.
And then a few years later, he comes out, and his wife, Ashima Chauhuan, she files for FIK, which is some kind of like, domestic abuse kind of thing. And no one is surprised that this guy would do that. Like I posted it on my Facebook and not Facebook, Twitter, and everyone's like, "I'm not surprised. I'm no one surprised." What are your thoughts, Jazz?
Okay, so what you filed was an FIR, which is a first incidents report,
Oh,
and
that's what that is.
yeah, it's when we got robbed back in 2000 something, we had to file one too with the police. So that's just what the anybody in South Asia, they follow the British court system. You need a first incident report. It's like making a police report the first time anything happens. So she's
Ah,
officially going on file saying like, "Hey, this happened,"
interesting.
and I'm I hate that we can never have a good thing, right? Like, why is it that every time we have some rich asshole, something like this always happens?
Mm.
Like, this
Here,
sucks. Like,
but here's the
especially for her, the girl. Like, I don't want to see this more. Like, guys need to be better.
here's the thing, right? Sima Auntie is a matchmaker. And one thing about matchmaking is you vet the people that you're bringing to other people. And one of the things that she kept saying about this guy is he comes from a good family. He comes from a good family. And like I don't think people realize that majority of the people who do these kind of things come from these like rich, privileged, good families
Yep,
because they can get away with doing things like this,
correct.
right? So
Correct. The
like
richer you are, the more you can get away with on that side of the world.
so this idea of like this person comes from a good family or they come from a wealthy family, like these are the things that the Sima aunties are looking for, and they're not what people should be looking for because they are dangerous. In fact, I think there are negatives instead of positive. And what's the point of this matchmaker if she can't even vet this guy from being abusive? Like there's no value in it. You might as well just have a total stranger like do it.
Yeah. That aside, this stems from a deeper problem, and that's just how our worldviews are shaped, right? Like, I know this for a fact because I see it a lot in southern cities whenever we go visit, right? And the reason why you see this happen more often is because it stems from the idea that, oh, if someone is doing really well or richer, right, they
Right.
must be a good person because that's why God has blessed them, right?
Weird.
Yeah. And so when we talk about these things, like, this is also the reason a lot of people like Donald Trump, right? They think he has to be good because he made so much money. He is, leading a good life, therefore he's a good person and he makes a lot of money and God has blessed him.
It's
And if
interesting that because that's not how Gen Z sees it anymore. Gen Z is like,
correct.
there's no ethical way to become a billionaire. All billionaires are awful. It's like a cab for billionaires. Like, there's no
Correct.
way. So yeah, our generation definitely thought that way, Jazz. You're right.
Yeah, and the other reason why it sucks is because when you state these facts to people, right? When you show them the list of crimes rich people do, right? The reason many people are defensive behind it is because it's shattering their worldview. They think they can just work harder and the system works, and the harder you work and the better you lead a good life, wealth and prosperity will come. And because of that, they will do things against their own interest. And that's what we're
Yeah.
seeing now. And seeing this live, like, play out, like, I hope people take a lesson from this.
Cognitive dissonance, right? They're just
Mm-hmm.
like their brain cannot function because for them to think that, the world they live in is built against them is too much to bear, and they don't realize that maybe we have to dismantle the system.
Correct. The system's designed exactly how it's supposed to be, and it's working the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And people, a lot of times, do not see that.
Yeah. Yep. People say the system doesn't work. It's like, no, the system works. It was just designed to work in this particular way.
Yep.
Yep. Hmm. All right. In other Bachelor news, they gave us the list of the people that are going to be on Bachelor in Paradise.
Ooh.
Want to go through them? Let's see. Jazz, I
Let's do
don't
that
even
right
know.
after a commercial break.
Let's do that right after a commercial break. So we'll be right back after these messages. And we're back, guys. All right. So we just did a really fun season of The Bachelorette. And soon, Bachelor in Paradise will be starting in 1 month, along with The Golden Bachelor. So we did get some insight on who's going to be on Bachelor in Paradise. So I got the list. Jad, you want to hear it?
Let's go through it because I probably don't know most people.
Okay, so you know a few. So from this charity season is Aaron. Aaron was the guy who uh, came back and for 1 day in Fiji and then had to leave.
Okay, yeah, that was expected.
Yep. So we knew he was going to be on Bachelor in Paradise. The other person
Yep.
is Braden, the guy with the glasses who did all the drama. So
The guy who
apparently,
used our song.
the guy who used our song, yes. So we're hearing that he is a lot of drama on Paradise, but he did turn over a new leaf, so he's not going to be a bad guy. So we'll see.
I don't believe it, but I'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it.
All right. Another guy, I don't know who he is. Aaron S. Very unforgettable. Don't know who he is. But Sean will be there, and Sean was a guy who looked like a Ken doll. He won the
Oh, I remember that.
Kenergy thing, yeah. And the other guy is Peter. Peter was a guy who lost on the first day, and nobody liked him. And then for some reason, everyone kind of cyberbullied him. And then he tried to act like that cyberbullying was really mean because they put FP in their profiles, which was fuck Peter. It was like a dumb
I
12-year-old.
remember that.
Yeah, it was like a dumb 12-year-old thing to do. But he also like kind of like stressed it out. Like, my church group saw this, my family saw this. Like, first of all, no one knew what that meant. So relax.
Yeah.
All right. Kai Lee is going to be there. I don't remember her. And then Mercedes is going to be there.
That name sounds familiar.
Mercedes does sound familiar. Was she the girl who was like a Harvard lawyer from a few seasons ago?
I mean, if she is, yes, please.
Yeah. I think it was Mercedes.
I have a weakness for lawyers. It is what it is.
All right. Next we got Kat, who was like almost like she was like in the final four for Zach's season. Jess, who I have no idea who she is, and then Greer, the girl who did blackface. They brought her back. No, I'm sorry. She did not do blackface. She did not do blackface. Her friend did blackface, and she defended her friend.
All right, whatever. Give her a second chance. I don't like it.
Man, this show cannot get away from someone doing blackface.
No.
Oh man, but she's also the girl who like got COVID at for work, and Zach got COVID on The Bachelor, and he kind of yelled at her a little bit. He was like a little
I
snippy with her.
remember that. Yeah, that was so fucked up.
Next we got Olivia. I don't know who she is, but she's really cute. Then we got Brooklyn. Brooklyn was the one who got into a fight with a lot of people, but she was like the good guy, I believe. I can't remember who she got into a fight with, but she was like defending Charity, I believe. She was
Oh yeah, she was
defending.
one of my favorites. I remember that.
Yeah, she was good. She had a really good line. Like, have you ever thought about shutting the fuck up? I think something like that. It was really funny. Then we got Kat. Kat is going to be good. She is very expressive. And then we got Rachel. Rachel, who was the Bachelorette. It's kind of a downgrade to go from Bachelorette to Bachelor in Paradise. It's kind of sad. I don't know.
Oh, she was the one with the split season, right? With
Yeah.
Gabby. Got it.
Gabby, right. And then, Eliza is going to be there, and she had that whole thing with Rodney in Bachelor in Paradise last year.
Oh, was she the one who like had two guys and
Yeah, and then Rodney left, and then like she tried to go and meet the other guy, and he was like, "No, I'm good."
yeah, showed her the apartment. He's just like, yeah, bye.
Yeah. And then this woman named Sam. I don't know who she is, but she is the woman who could not poop for 9 days and had to induce a poop baby.
Okay, I hope she's well.
Yeah. So these are the first lineup of people who are going to be on Bachelor in Paradise. So interesting,
Cool.
interesting. I think the season's going to be good. Jad, maybe you should watch this season instead of being a non-watcher. Maybe you should try this season.
You know what? I told the same thing to
Katie,
Katie Heaney. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. So I'll watch it.
do it. Try it once. We'll see how it
I'll
goes.
try it once. Let's see.
If it's terrible, then like you don't need to do it again. We'll try
Okay.
it.
I'll give it one season.
Give it one season. All right, fine. I don't have anything else in the news, but I have some like personal stuff that I was like doing. Uh,
Okay.
I I been working out and I finally hit like 225 in my deadlifts, which was really really cool. Got like sets of 8,
Nice.
like I did 8 reps. But on my last rep, I strained my back. So I have literally been on ice this whole week. I have literally been like laying on the floor on top of an ice pack for like 2 days.
This is why you need that belt, man. Like it stabilizes your back, so you
my,
don't do that.
my PR, my personal trainer was like, you can't use the belt yet. He was like, you have to build a strong back and then you can use the belt. He was like, he didn't let me use it until he was like, I won't let you use it until after you do 2 plates. That was his rule.
Okay. All
He
right.
he was like, it's cheating. You need to build your back muscle, or else like it could be even worse. Because if you get used to doing it with the belt and then you try it without a belt, you can really mess yourself up. So you should be building your muscle up. Is what he told me.
I mean, that's fair, but like if you're going for a PR, I think at that point you should try a belt.
It was, I mean, it was my PR, but like I don't know. He was under the impression that I could do it, and if I could do 11 of, I mean 8 of them, it wasn't hard. It was kind of easy. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I
Oh
got a little
well.
cocky. I did more than I should have. I should have took it easy, but that was really good. But if you know any ways to make your back heal faster, please send me some information, because I don't know how I'm going to go to Chicago next week with my back hurting.
Yeah, I already canceled my flight for Chicago.
Okay, so you're not coming at all?
I'm not coming at all.
Okay. All right. Well, if
Bye,
anyone,
Chicago. Nice knowing you.
that's fine. So we are throwing an event though, which is
Yeah,
gonna be
I
fun.
mean, honestly, man, cancel it.
Cancel the event?
Yeah.
What? No,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna cancel. I thought about it, but
If you
nah.
can't go to Chicago, and I'm not gonna be there.
No, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. But hopefully my back gets better.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Uh, so I just been on, like, TikTok and watching videos and stuff since I can't do anything, and I've gotten into something called scammer videos. Have you heard of these?
Yeah. Okay. That's the algorithm working because I watch them quite a bit too. The
You do?
videos. Yeah.
Yo, they're so hilarious.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Those Indian scammers freaking out when they get scammed themselves. Yeah, it's
Oh,
funny.
so basically what happens is there's a bunch of Indian people in call centers in India, like usually Calcutta or Delhi. And what they do is they send like these random emails pretending to be like
The IRS
Google,
or
Amazon, IRS, all these
yeah.
things, right? And they'll say like, "Oh," or they'll say something like, "You need a refund," or "You'll get this," right? So an old person will see that email and they'll call, and then they'll be like, "I don't know what this is," and the person will get on the phone, and the person will say, "Okay, we're going to refund you $500." And the person gets on the thing and they give their checking information, all that stuff. And what they do is they use HTML to make it look like they're putting money in their account. So they'll say, hey, type in $350. So the person will type in 350, and then an extra zero will appear. And what happens is they're like, no, you made a mistake. You gave us $3,500. You were only supposed to give us 350. So since you made this mistake, you need to send us a check back of the extra money that we gave you.
Yeah.
But they use the HTML to make it look like they put that money in your account. So they never did put that money in your account.
Mm-hmm.
So these old people will like send them checks or wire them money and do like all this stuff. And they would lose so much money. So there are some people online, what they do is they pretend to be old people and they scam these guys back.
Yeah.
And it's hysterical. It's so funny. They get so mad. So they'll be like, okay, if you can't send it back to me, go to Target and get a gift card. And then what they'll do is they'll like give me the code for the gift card. So the person will put the code of the gift card in and then hit redeem. So like they get the money instead of the Indian scammer, and they get so mad. They get scammed out of their own money, and the algorithm is showing me so many of these videos, and they're so hysterical.
They're so funny. And like the reason why they get so mad, it's not like, they just made a call and for 5 minutes they're gone. No. These people work on these calls for like 8, 10, 12 hours at a time. Just working with people or calling back multiple times and
Yeah.
helping them resolve. So after all that work, they get nothing because one, the adult is stupid enough to either, pretend to actually, give them money, but two, they're also stupid because they redeemed it instead of actually giving them money. So
Yeah.
it's just so great.
And like they're under the impression that this is just an old person who doesn't understand what's going on, and they're trying to explain to them, but really there is no old person. It's just like a young person with a voice modulator who
It's
is
hilarious. Yep.
pretending to be old, and it's just so funny. And like I hate the fact that like this is another stereotype that like brown people have to deal with now.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
We're not doing
Uh,
ourselves favors, but it's just a reality. Like people from our countries do that, and we just gotta face the music.
I've never seen one from any other country. It's always India.
Oh, I mean, I've seen a couple from Pakistan, man. It's totally true.
Really?
Yeah, Bangladesh
Really?
too, Sri Lanka. Yep, they're all there.
Really? I've never seen one.
Hmm.
I've only seen them from India. That's
Yeah, no, it's
crazy.
it's it's a thing.
That's crazy. I've seen some where they actually go out and they find the person, they have their picture and where they live, and they actually go to India and find them.
Yo, I've seen the ones where they like hack into the cameras and then show them a picture
Yes.
of themselves. Those are just so
Yes.
great.
The ones where they hack into the camera and they say their real name, and then they're like, oh my God, how did this person get my real name? It's so funny.
Hmm. And the cool thing is, like the government's there, they do crack down on this. So if you have enough information, you can report them and they'll get shut down. So
I don't know. I feel like the government's like, well, they are bringing money into the country.
it ain't like that, man. Like they've reached the point where they like all these other countries want to be involved with global commerce and they gotta
Yeah.
like play by the rules everybody else plays by. So they
Yeah.
have started cracking down on everybody. It's great.
Yeah. It's crazy. Wow. I don't know, but they are very entertaining. And like, I don't feel bad because these
Yeah.
people are horrible. They're trying to scam people.
Let's try to scam old people out of their life savings. Like, oh, I'm Joe Biden. Send me 400 Bitcoin, and like it hurts. Like seeing like there's no way to get the money back for a lot of these people. So I'm glad they're being caught and they're slowly being dismantled.
Yeah. This is so funny. But yeah, check out some of them. They're on TikTok, they're on YouTube, but I went down a rabbit hole of like scammer videos.
They're a lot of fun. I will admit to it. I've watched them quite a bit. Like
I
not
can't
this month, but like
stop.
last month. Yeah, exactly. They're so good.
Like do not redeem, do not redeem, do not redeem. They're
Why
so
did you
fun.
redeem?
Oh my God, they're so funny. I want to get a t-shirt that says do not redeem with a gift card. That'd be such a funny shirt. Do not redeem, and it's just like a gift card.
Yep.
Oh man, that stuff is wild. All right. Well, that's all we have for today's episode, man. You got anything else, Jazz?
I got nothing. I've had a rough week, so
All right, man. You take it easy. I'm going to go to Chicago next week, so we're going to be there's no Bachelor this week, so we're going to try to do Blue Beetle, and then Ahsoka, and then I'm going to be in Chicago throwing a mixer sponsored by Salaam Nerds. So if you're someone who's in the Chicago area, come on down and mingle and meet people. It'll be fun.
yeah. What day is it?
It's on Friday at 10 p.m. at the Hyatt in Rosemont near O'Hare.
Let me see if I can do a day trip.
Jazz, if you're not up for it, don't worry about it. I will hold it down for us. So we'll see. It's a mixer. I'll give out cards. We'll interview people. It'll be fun. So come
Okay.
on down.
Yeah. Have fun, yo. I hope to
Yeah.
see people on the videos and whatnot because that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that'll be really cool. Maybe we'll get like some people in our new intro video, and then we'll add some people, and maybe we'll download some videos and show them on the show.
Cool. Sounds good, man.
All right. Well, until next time, guys. Salaam nerds.